guys, I thought I would do a video showing how a journal keeper basically gets started and how we evolve as journal keepers and journal artists, so that some of the people that are new to this sort of thing don't get overwhelmed by what they see on people's YouTube channels or blogs and stuff, because if I was starting out in this day and age, I would be pretty stressed out. So some of my very first journals were when I was a little girl, as you can see. The one that I started with I can't find, so I have to, it was a little fairy one with a lock on it and stuff like that. And basically I just wrote, like, there was maybe a couple of glued in things there, but I started out as a journal keeper that just wrote bits and pieces. And this was 2000, this one here. And then I had like a little notebook that I took to uni and just wrote all my bits and pieces down inside there. Nothing fantastic, very simple. It's just a little $2.50 notebook that I took everywhere with me. I've got like letters from girlfriends from uni and high school. Little doodles in there when I started drawing. I've always been a drawer. Always drew bits and pieces. Didn't mean I was any good, but I did practice. I'm still getting over being sick for a month and a half, so excuse my voice. This one was just an exercise book that I covered with fabric and put some brown paper down there. And not much in this one. I started gluing more pictures in. Yeah, I say that and I can't find one. Postcards and things. Uni work for assignments and working on digital art for one of my uni assignments. People that inspired me. There was an artist, I'm not quite sure who it is now, but these floral pictures were, I really loved them. Photos from my high school, altering photographs with pen and ink, all that sort of stuff. It was really simple. Notes at the back. Another one is this one here, 2002 this one was, and I think there's yeah, I was such a teeny bopper. Pictures of John Mayer, who's like a music artist, who's actually a real douche now. So more writing, a little bit of doodling, working out sums for things and paying people money. Oh, a bit of swearing. Some teen angst. Photo booth stubs of me and my high school boyfriend. Me at my high school formal in a bright green dress. Stuff like that. I think there's like shellac over this photo to give it that textured look, which I got to play with in uni. More photos. I've always seemed to want to put photos into my journals. That's something that I've carried through into my art now. So that one, well, apparently that took me 3 years to finish. Oh no, 1 year. Oh gosh, I must be getting sick. This one is a leather journal that the boyfriend you saw in that one bought me for my birthday. And this is where I got a bit wet in a move. The boxes got wet, so I got a little bit damaged. And this is where I started incorporating some drawings of my own and some collage. Hopefully you guys can see that. Let me just double check that it's in frame. There we go. So I picked up postcards from uni because I was always in the art section, and the art section of uni had posters and postcards everywhere. So I was drawing and colouring. Still a lot of writing, which is something that I have not ceased to do, but I don't do it as much. And just recently I started a writing only journal, so hopefully I'll get back into that. And it was collage stuff, old paper and flowers and old photographs, bits and pieces. You just basically feel your way and work out. This is high school photography, like 2 images that I did in the darkroom. As you can see, the same boy. Lots of tissue paper and collage stuff. Nothing fancy, because I think it was all about just getting words down onto the paper and making little paper collages in my book, cutting up postcards from uni. More high school photos, some Photoshop work. More. This was one of my uni assignments that I actually did on huge boards. Some photos taken by a dear friend of mine from high school, and they're some of my favourite photos that have ever been taken of me. Same with a labeler. More. This was gift wrapping paper, I think, that came in for one of my presents one year that I just cut up. I had like a folder of junk paper and stuff, old Polaroids, cards that I'd been given, magazine images, that sort of thing, photographs with overlays and collage. Same boy. We were together for quite a while. More collage. It was this was sort of double exposing 2 images in a high school darkroom. I loved photography. Pages from a catalogue that I liked. I think this was from an issue of Black and White magazine, the Photography Artist magazine. Photographs of girlfriends and bits and pieces. High school photos, stickers, you know, me being stupid with my girlfriend. Lots of Harry Potter stickers, I think they were, years and years ago. Goddess images. Art that I adored. And I think this is where it's coming up, I think. More pages of photographs and writing. And I think coming up is when you'll see the shift in my life. You'll see it in a minute, I think. Lots of doodles and pictures. Postcards that I picked up on street corners and stuff. A lot of writing. Doodling. Pictures. Emily the Strange. More writing. And this is where my ex-husband came into the picture. So I think there was a big gap between when I think I stopped writing in this for a while. Around here. I stopped for ages and then I picked it back up. And there's addresses on post-it notes and drawing, and my ex-husband, who was a very good-looking man. And that's where it ended. So, poetry, drawings, other people's art, lots of bits and pieces. As you can see, none of my stuff is anything like it is now. The only thing that's probably gone with me into my art journals is the altering of photos and a little bit of doodling and some collage. But it all translates. You all get past this stuff. You have to... See, I never knew that I was going to take up art journaling in such a way that I do now. But I just enjoyed keeping a journal. So that is where all my feelings went into, my notes, my ideas, notes that came with bunches of flowers that I got, self-portraits, old photos, this sort of stuff. It was never anything but for something for me. High school photos, when we graduated, all this sort of stuff. And I'm not quite sure when that one finished. 2004 this one was, so it got quite chunky, and it's still one of my favorite journals. And if I was to find this brand again, I would definitely buy it. It has held up so well. It was quite expensive from memory. Now this one here is one that has seen better days. Is one my mum bought me for my birthday, and it was a leather journal. There's postcards stuck in the back, and it's from Art and Design, a Boheme. I haven't seen this one again, and it's got like thick paper that's got flowers and leaves embedded into it. So basically, I think I did this one in chapters because, let's make sure, because their signatures were so defined that I didn't realize that I'd done it at the start. So I'd cut up photographs and altered a self-portrait for the front page, and a bit of collage. So there's not much in the start. I'd cut up all these letters that myself and my ex-husband had written to each other, and turn them into poetry, basically highlighting certain words. Pictures. I think this was like my version of a photo album, and this is me getting ready to move to England, which is what I did. A picture of my mum and I watching TV together when I was a kid. Just lots of doodling still. Waiting, there was a lot of waiting to move to England. It took forever. A lot of blurry photos, a lot of doodling. I still liked blurry photos. I think I took that photo out because I wanted it for something else. And this is chapter 2, the waiting. So it took about 6 months to finally get myself to England. Pictures. I did a lot of self-portraits. When you live in a country town, there ain't much to do. 31 days, so lots of writing. I remember writing so much. See, where are we? Where's that 31 days? Back here. And this says, so all this writing was one day. Tragic, huh? So much writing, jeez. But yeah, there was a countdown every day, or whenever I actually opened up. 26. Oh, formal picture. Don't know why that's there. And then 20 days. Photos of from what's it called? Deviant art that I liked, and also poems. More waiting. Chapter 3. Printing photographs over scrapbook paper. 18 days. Getting close. Self-portrait, self-portrait. 12. I'm not quite sure. Oh, what's that piece of junk? Girlfriend. This is when I went to Taipei. I had to have a stopover in Taipei because I took a student flight. So this was the map to get to the night markets. I found a couple of other backpackers and we went to the night markets. And so this is a postcard that I bought, and some money and some stamps. It was great. I had a ball. I was petrified, but I had a ball. So postcards. This is a letter he had written to me that I'd cut up and put behind a piece of plastic and just let them sit in there. Photographs that I'd taken. Lots more writing. And when I was in England, I got very, very depressed. And that was because I was so used to having sunlight and people around me. And I moved to a place that was always grey, and I knew no one, and I didn't quite fit in. So I got a little bit agoraphobic. I didn't like leaving the house. So I just had my journal, lots of writing, a little bit of sketching, not much though. Really bad lamp drawing.